Welcome to the Volunteer Tutor Scheme, and thank you for applying to become a volunteer tutor through the Melbourne AMEP website. We hope that this introductory PowerPoint presentation will answer many of your questions regarding the Volunteer Tutor Scheme program, the expected volunteer commitment you are requesting to undertake, and the process you will need to follow in order to become a volunteer tutor in the program. The AMEP, or the Adult Migrant English Program, is a Commonwealth program that is offered to new arrivals throughout Australia. The Melbourne AMEP is a consortium of providers who deliver the AMEP in 5 regions of Melbourne and regional Victoria. Melbourne Polytechnic manages these regions. The regions include the Northeast, the Northwest, the Southeast, Inner Metropolitan Melbourne and Bendigo. The Melbourne AMEP delivery is offered in over 50 locations across these regions through day and evening classes with full-time or part-time options. Employment preparation courses and free childcare is also available. Whilst the AMEP is predominantly an English language program, it also aims to assist learners to settle into their new life in Australia and transition successfully into further study or employment. The Volunteer Tutor Scheme, as a service within the AMEP, is central to providing this support. So who are our learners? AMEP students are from refugee or migrant backgrounds. They are newly arrived in Australia and are seeking to improve their language skills, learn about life in Australia and achieve their own personal goals. AMEP eligible learners come from diverse backgrounds. Some have come on humanitarian visas, others on business visas. Some are highly educated and have extensive professional experience. Others may have had limited formal schooling. Others just want to learn English to find work or study, and others are seeking to improve basic communication skills and gain confidence. All AMEP students are eligible to request the support of a volunteer tutor through the Volunteer Tutor Scheme. Some choose to request additional one-to-one support from a volunteer tutor before or after class or on the weekend. Other learners who have been referred to the program are those that are vulnerable and who perhaps cannot attend mainstream classes, such as women with young children or carers, or those with health issues and disabilities, or the elderly. Many learners live in the outer areas of Melbourne where housing is more affordable, but public transport options are limited. And so, as a result, volunteer tutors are encouraged to travel to these areas to meet their learner. Volunteer tutors can help learners to achieve their own personal goals. For all, improving their English language skills, whether it is conversational English or written and spoken English, is the main goal, as language is the key to successful settlement in Australia. However, many also want to learn about life in Australia. They want support to navigate systems and services. They want to connect with people and participate and contribute to their local communities. The Volunteer Tutor Scheme offers learners the opportunity to practice and improve their English language skills and connect with others through one-to-one tuition. In the Volunteer Tutor Scheme, volunteer tutors can meet in a public space or in the home. They can go out and about together to get to know the local area. They can meet up with their learner in a more social setting, available at a conversation or homework club, usually held before or after class on campus or in a library. They can also support a learner who is transitioning towards employment through the English for the Workplace program, or even support a learner who is transitioning into classes and, for instance, is learning how to access childcare. Now, the steps to becoming a volunteer tutor are outlined here. Now that you have expressed an interest in the volunteer position, You will need to read the handbook and watch this PowerPoint presentation in its entirety to fully understand the commitment you are making. Once you have decided that this opportunity is for you, then the first step is to complete an enrolment form and email this as an attachment to the Volunteer Tutor Scheme office. The enrolment ensures you have access to the online course and face-to-face training. You are given a tutor ID card, which also gives you access to the online EAL resources and Melbourne Polytechnic library access throughout your tutoring experience. And you will also be covered by insurance while tutoring each week. You will need to provide a current Working with Children's check. See the instructions attached in the email. This can take up to 3 weeks, so please start this process immediately. If you have a Working with Children's check, you will need to update your card adding Melbourne Polytechnic. Registered teachers can provide a VIT card. You will need to complete both the online training and attend the face-to-face training. 15 hours in total. Registered teachers with EAL experience can receive RPL. Please inquire. You will need to apply for a police check. Instructions for this will be sent to you during the training, so do not do this beforehand. Only when these eligibility checks are complete will you be eligible to be matched. Please see this slide to ensure you complete the enrolment form properly. Note, you will only need to complete parts of Section A, so ensure you complete all sections highlighted in yellow to the best of your ability to avoid delay in getting your enrolment processed. You will not need to provide a VSN or USI number. Then remember to sign in Section E. Once your enrolment form has been processed, you will receive an email with your login details and instructions to commence online work. You will also receive instructions on how to book into face-to-face training sessions. The VTS training, as previously mentioned, is 15 hours long, and it's delivered through a combination of online modules, approximately 10 hours, and face-to-face delivery, 5 hours. Face-to-face classes will be offered in all regions. You will see the schedule for options. The online modules need to be completed before attending the face-to-face training sessions, and training includes the settlement journey, cultural awareness training, effective communication strategies, adult learning, teaching strategies, EAL resources, and reporting requirements. Once you have completed all the eligibility criteria, you'll be ready to be matched. A VTS officer will contact you by phone or visit your group on the last day of the face-to-face training. You will confirm the match either in person or over the phone by responding to the commitment statements. You will receive an email with your student's information, and you will be expected to visit your student within 7 days and submit your first tutor report to activate the student's learning activity with the program. The tutor commitment statements include: I understand the volunteer tutor rights and responsibilities as seen in the handbook. I commit to at least 4 or 8 hours of tuition per month, depending on my student's eligibility, for 6 months or more. I will report on all tutoring activity after the first visit and thereafter each session. I will contact the Volunteer Tutor Scheme office if I'm no longer able to contact my student, and I will contact the VTS office if I or my student's availability changes. The VTS team is there to support you throughout your tutoring experience. The VTS officer is your link to the VTS. They arrange your match, they remind you to report back weekly, and they can help you to troubleshoot issues and will refer your inquiries to the appropriate support people in the VTS team, such as a counsellor for issues regarding a student settlement, an EAL teacher regarding EAL resources and session planning, or a Pathways Guidance Officer about a learner's future study and employment goals. The VTS officer will inform you of events and share information. They'll keep you connected to the wider volunteer tutor community through informing you of upcoming events and PD opportunities, workshops and social gatherings. They'll contact you through SMS, emails. You'll hear about these events through the monthly newsletter, and you can stay connected through the Facebook page. They'll also ensure you are given access to the resources and information you need to support your learner as best you can. As a volunteer tutor in the volunteer tutor scheme, you have the capacity to forever change someone's life. Adjusting to a new way of life here in Australia for a new migrant can be difficult, and then learning a new language is a hugely daunting experience for many. And the support of a volunteer tutor can mean a student can confront the many challenges faced throughout their settlement journey with a bit more confidence. We look forward to meeting you and working alongside you in the future as you support your student to improve their English and settle into their new life in Australia. Thank you and good luck.